If you want to start making money online, the biggest problem usually is not motivation. It is confusion. There are too many options, too many people promising fast money, and too much advice that skips over what a real beginner should actually do first. So in this video, I am going to walk you through a clear beginner roadmap, show you which online income paths actually make sense when you are starting from zero, and help you avoid the mistakes that keep most people stuck in planning mode. Before we get into the beginner roadmap, here is the first rule I want you to keep in mind. Do not start with the hardest business model just because it sounds impressive. A lot of beginners jump straight into ideas like building a course, creating a brand from scratch, or launching a huge store before they even understand how to get one person to pay them. That usually leads to frustration. The better move is starting with a path that gives you experience, feedback, and a chance to earn your first small amount of money quickly. The first step is choosing one online income model. At a beginner level, the easiest buckets to understand are services, content, and digital products. Services mean you help somebody directly and get paid for the work. Content means you build attention first and monetize that attention later. Digital products mean you create something once and try to sell it repeatedly. All three can work, but they move at different speeds. So instead of getting excited about all of them at once, choose the one that makes the most sense for where you are right now. For most complete beginners, service work is the best place to start. The reason is simple. You do not need a huge audience, and you do not need to wait for passive income to show up someday. You help somebody solve a problem, and they pay you for that result. That could be writing, editing, design, research, admin support, or content repurposing. Service work also teaches you something really important. It teaches you how money actually moves online. You learn what people pay for, what they care about, and how to make your work more useful. Once you decide to start with services, the next step is choosing a beginner skill. You do not need the perfect skill. You need a skill you can actually practice. That might be short form editing if you enjoy content. It might be writing if you think clearly in words. It might be Canva design if you like visuals. Or it might be virtual assistant work if you are organized and dependable. The wrong move is choosing something only because somebody online said it pays well. The better move is choosing something you can keep practicing even when the early excitement wears off. After you pick a skill, build 2 or 3 small samples. This is where a lot of beginners freeze because they think they need real clients before they can show work. You do not. You can create mock work. If you want to edit, make short clips from public content. If you want to write, create sample captions or email drafts. If you want to design, build a few clean graphics for one niche. The goal is not pretending you are more established than you are. The goal is giving people something concrete to react to. The next step is turning your skill into an offer. This is where beginners often make things too broad. They say things like I help with social media, content, and growth. That sounds vague. A stronger beginner offer sounds smaller and more specific. For example, I turn one long video into 3 short clips. Or I write a week's worth of captions for local businesses. Or I design 5 Canva graphics for coaches. Simple offers sell faster because people can picture what they are buying. After you have a few samples and a simple offer, start outreach. This does not have to mean spammy messages. It means finding people who obviously need help and sending a short respectful note. A creator who posts long videos but no shorts. A local business with inconsistent content. A coach with a messy email list. The point is to match your offer to a visible problem. The reason this step matters so much is that it breaks you out of theory. You stop asking if the idea could work and start seeing how people actually respond. Once you have some real-world experience, digital products become much easier. This is because your service work teaches you what people actually need. Maybe you notice clients keep asking for content planners, caption templates, checklists, or onboarding documents. That is where a simple digital product can come from. The mistake beginners make is trying to build a digital product before they understand the buyer. The better path is getting close to real problems first, then turning repeat needs into simple products later. Content is another strong online path, but it usually pays slower than services in the beginning. The reason content matters is that it builds trust, attracts leads, and gives you leverage over time. A YouTube channel, a short form page, a newsletter, or a simple social presence can all help later. But if you are a complete beginner and your first goal is proving to yourself that you can make money online, content alone can feel slow. That is why I usually recommend using content to support a service or product once you already have some direction. If you are wondering what to do this week, here is the beginner version. On day 1, choose your path. On days 2 and 3, build 2 or 3 simple samples. On day 4, write a 1-sentence offer. Then from day 5 through day 7, start reaching out every day. This matters because most people spend the first week consuming advice instead of creating movement. A messy first week of action teaches you more than a polished week of watching other people talk about success. Over the first month, your goal is not becoming an expert. Your goal is getting real feedback. That means tracking who responds, noticing what parts of your offer are clear or unclear, and improving the way you present your value. If nobody responds, maybe your outreach needs work. If people respond but do not buy, maybe the offer is too vague. If they like the idea but hesitate, maybe you need stronger samples. The point is staying with one lane long enough to learn something useful. A lot of beginners quit too early because they expect the first week to feel smooth. But the first month is really about adjustment. You are learning how to talk about your work, how people react to it, and where your offer needs to become sharper. Here are the mistakes I would avoid. Do not jump between 5 different business models every week. Do not spend all your time tweaking logos, bios, and branding before you have even made an offer. Do not confuse being busy with making progress. And do not wait until you feel fully confident. Confidence usually comes after action, not before it. The people who start making money online are often not the people with the most information. They are the people who pick one direction and stay in it long enough to get traction. Another mistake is comparing your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 10. Online business content makes it look like everyone is already ahead, but most of what you are seeing is edited and polished. Your job is not to look advanced. Your job is to become useful. A really important mindset shift is this. Your first goal is proof, not perfection. You are trying to prove that you can create something useful, present it clearly, and get somebody to say yes. Once you do that once, even on a small level, the whole game changes. Now you are not guessing anymore. Now you are building from evidence. That is why the first small win matters so much. It gives you something better than motivation. It gives you proof that the process can work. So if you want to start making money online as a complete beginner, do not overcomplicate it. Start with one simple path, build one sample, make one clear offer, and take one real action today. That is how momentum begins. And if you want the next video, comment which beginner path you want me to break down step by step, because I can turn any one of these into a full action plan.